Hi, and thanks for joining us, everyone. My name is Dan. I am the technical writer here at ShipWorks. I'll be guiding you through how to add your UPS account to ShipWorks. So let's go ahead and get started. To begin, let's click on the Manage tab, and then you'll click on the Shipping Settings button. When the shipping settings screen opens up, go ahead and select UPS on the left-hand side of the screen, and then you'll click the Setup button. That'll launch the Setup wizard for us. We're going to select Use an existing UPS account. You can create a UPS account from ShipWorks as well, but since we already have an account, we'll just add that into ShipWorks. So select Use an existing UPS account, enter in your UPS account number, and then once you've entered that, go ahead and click Next again. On the account registration screen, go ahead and accept the user agreement by clicking Yes, and then click on the Next button again. And on the account registration address information screen, go ahead and enter in all of your address information regarding your UPS account. You'll notice it imported a lot of our information from our store, trying to make that a little bit easier, but take a couple moments, fill that out. Once it's filled out, click Next. And then on the rate type screen, go ahead and select whether you have daily pickup rates. You also can select negotiated rates from this list. So if you do have negotiated rates with UPS, you can select that option and enter in a little bit of information. Just follow the simple steps on the screen here. Once that information is entered, then UPS will know to send your negotiated rates back to ShipWorks so you can preview those negotiated rates when you are shipping with UPS. Next, we need to select the type of printer that we're printing our labels to. Standard printer would be a standard inkjet or laser printer. If you're using an older thermal printer like a Zebra 2844, you can utilize EPL. Or if you're using a newer thermal printer like a Zebra 450, you can choose ZPL. That's what we're using, so we'll select ZPL here. And then we'll click Next again. As a ShipWorks customer, you're eligible for a UPS savings program. As long as you don't already have a customized shipping agreement with UPS, you can enroll for the UPS savings program for ShipWorks customers. You can get more information at shipworks.com/UPS-shipping-discounts. So you can certainly click Yes there and then click Next. The origin address screen allows you to enter in multiple origin addresses for UPS. So when you're shipping with UPS, if you do have multiple warehouses, for example, that you ship from, by clicking New, you can enter in those origin addresses here. It'll save that for you, and you can choose between those origin addresses when shipping. We don't actually have multiple addresses here, so we're just going to cancel out of that. And once you've had those entered, go ahead and click Next again. Base defaults are great. You can click the blue link here for defaults UPS. And what that'll do for you is it allows you to enter in the main defaults that you use when shipping with UPS. So for example, we can enter in a lot of information here. So if we're using a particular service most often, we can select that service. We can enter in additional reference information that we want printed on the label. There's a lot of information. And again, these are the base defaults that you'll utilize. So meaning when you go to ship a package with UPS, it's what pulls up by default. But of course, you can always modify those if you need to. So if you have UPS ground selected, but you need to send an expedited service, you could choose that service. You could also click on the Packages tab here and enter additional information like the packaging that you're using or the weight of a package if you have a base default. If you have common dimensions that you typically ship with, you could put those in so that you don't have to select those every time you ship with UPS. And again, those can be modified when you're actually creating the shipment. Additional defaults we're going to go ahead and skip. There are more tutorials out there on adding additional rules to ShipWorks. So we're just going to skip over those in this particular instance and click Next. And then on the printing setup screen, let's just leave the defaults. Automatic printing, of course, we want our labels to print automatically when we process them. And then for the output rules that you're seeing there, it really just tells ShipWorks which printers to print those labels to. So when you click Next, you may be prompted to select your thermal printer or standard printers. We've already selected ours, so it just goes to the next screen. You can also add additional email accounts to the ShipWorks software, which would allow you to email your customers directly out of ShipWorks. Again, we're going to skip that for this one. There are additional tutorials out there that cover adding email accounts to ShipWorks. So you are now registered with UPS, and once you get to the finish screen, you can go ahead and click Finish to complete that setup wizard. And what's nice here is it'll take you back to the main UPS settings screen. You can add your additional defaults. So if you need to get back to those again to modify those defaults, you can do so. You can also get into your UPS account by clicking the Edit button. And if you scroll down, we do have a section for UPS Mail Innovations. So if you do ship with Mail Innovations, you can check the box and that makes those services available to you. And lastly, I wanted to point out that there is a section here for available services and available package types. This allows you to turn on or off any services that you may use or any package types that you may or may not use with UPS. By default, they're all turned on, but by turning them off, it makes them go away on the main shipping screen. So you can clean up your interface a little bit. If there are services that you don't use or package types that you don't use, simply turn them off, and then when you're shipping with UPS, the interface is just a little bit cleaner and those won't show up for you. That's pretty much it. You are now set up and ready to roll with UPS Online Tools. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a great day.